our Level Up at Lunch February meeting. And we're going to be recording this and then posting it a little bit later on. So if you're not able to stay for the whole thing, but I will recommend that you stay for the whole meeting, which goes to about 1:15, because we're going to be doing that random one-on-one. For those of you who might be watching, we offer an environment for professional women to come together to build lasting relationships for professional development and business connections. So we offer, and we also help women in our communities, those women in need throughout our community for annual fundraising activities. So today our featured speaker is Tracie Root. Tracie's going to be talking about be bold and to build your community for more sales. And she's going to be sharing in just a moment. But for those of you who may be watching on the PWN YouTube channel, be sure to like and subscribe to our channel. And I want to say thank you to Liz Barton, who is our monthly sponsor. She's a cabbie stylist. Also, I want to say thank you to Stephanie Shields, the CEO of Bookkeeping Central, for taking care of our bookkeeping needs. And a big shout out to our annual year-long sponsors who include Rain Technology Solutions, Guardian Accounting, thank you very much, Krista, and Estrada and Associates Wealth Management, Katarina Rando, which is with Serving Women on a Mission, our local dentist, Sarah Fromm, and thank you, Jody. You're on the call today with Magic Mind Marketing, and Mimi Mina with Ace Creation, and Diane Glim with Monterey County Weekly. So, Krista, taking it off to you, if you could please introduce our fabulous speaker today.
Yes, I would love to. Thank you. So for over a decade, Tracie Root has been on a mission to empower women to take bold action in both life and business. As a sought after speaker, transformational coach, retreat host, and now a podcaster, check out and subscribe to the Bold and Brilliant podcast. She has dedicated her career to helping women entrepreneurs gain clarity, confidence, and the courage to show up fully in their business and lives. Tracie is the driving force behind the Gather community that is a space designated to bring like-minded women together to support learning and collective growth. What started as an in-person event has evolved into a powerful nationwide network where women entrepreneurs and professionals can connect, collaborate, and thrive. Her belief is simple yet profound. When women come together with intention and encouragement, they amplify their success. Through her engaging workshops, retreats, and group coaching programs, Tracie equips women with the tools they need to create aligned strategies, embrace authentic sales, and build businesses that feel fulfilling and sustainable lives. She has an extraordinary ability to challenge limited beliefs while providing the guidance and structure needed to turn them into action. Whether she's speaking from a stage, leading a transformative experience, or mentoring her community members, Tracie is the catalyst for change, inspiring others to embrace their power and create the success they deserve. So I welcome Tracie Root.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Krista. Oh my gosh. I don't know if you saw, like I started to just hone in on you, and I'm like, oh. And at first I was like, did I write this? But I know I didn't write that. So thank you so much.
You let me write it myself.
I know I did. And it was a lot. So thank you for that too.
Yes.
Okay, everybody. Take a deep breath. Give yourself a stretch. We've been sitting here for half an hour already. Plus. Okay. Does anyone here want to have more clients? Jody, faster than a speeding bullet. Yes, we want to grow our businesses. We want to reach more people. We want to have more impact. And there is no better way to make that happen than to grow the community around you. Because when you have community that is connected to each other and engaged and interested in not only what you have to say, but what each other has to say, the openness and the ability to have people hear what you're offering and raise their hand and say, yes, that's for me, is way more possible. So we're going to talk today about how to be more bold to build your community for more sales. And I've got a few steps that we're going to go through. I actually have a handout for you, which you can just look at, print out, whatever you choose. It's literally my points and then like a little scribble spot on the back. So if you want to look at it, great. But if you just want to use your notepad and pen, I actually have a Remarkable that I use so I can keep everything with me forever. It's great. And that way you can make some notes as we go along, because I am going to ask you to think about certain things for your particular business, what you currently have in place, what could help you going forward, and how we're going to do that. And I know I only have until like the hour, so like 20 minutes. It's not a lot of time. So you're going to have to really hone in on what I'm saying in order to get the goals out of this 20 minutes. So put your phone upside down, face down, so you're not looking at it. Close all those extra windows that you have, and let's think about our own businesses and what we want to accomplish for building our community for more sales. So the first question to think about is, why is building community important for growing your sales? Does anyone have an idea, like something they want to share about their understanding of why having a community around you is going to increase your bottom line? Krista, and then Carrie.
Well, I'd say what speaks for myself is my advertising budget is very little because my community brings 90% of my referrals in.
Yeah.
So fostering those relationships and those connections does help my pocketbook.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Not only that you can bring new clients in and increase the revenue, but also minimize your outlay for advertising. I love that. Carrie, how about you?
I was just going to say, they say that it takes, I don't know how many touch points in order for
8 billion touches, right?
for people to really understand. I don't know if it's understand, but to build that relationship so that people trust who you are and what you have to offer. And I found that actually referrals are one of the greatest, let's call it, channels for a marketing that I have. And so to the extent that we can continue to have people truly understand what we do, it's a benefit to all of us.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm going to thank you. That's perfect. I'm going to quote, one of my favorite leaders and mentors, our friend and yours, Katerina Rando, who says the best way to grow your client base is through speaking, networking, and referrals. So here I am speaking. Here we are networking. And as you both mentioned, referrals are huge. So when you have a community around you, and Carrie, to emphasize what you said about how many touches it takes, those touches don't have to be you doing your 30-second infomercial. It doesn't have to be even you talking about your business. It needs to be people getting to understand who you are, the values that you hold, and how the two of you, potential service person and client, are aligned. So that could be that, and that's where the trust comes in, that you are aligned in values so that the person on the other side, on the buying side of the transaction, can say, I have met this person. I like what they have going on. I like the work that they're doing, but I also believe that they're a good person, that they're going to serve me well, and that I'm going to be well served by being connected to them. And it may be working together now or working together in a year, but that's where having the relationship in the community environment built into your business works, because even if it's not the now time to work together, fostering the relationship now will mean that they're going to be sticking around when the time is right. I know my dogs just keep running in and out all day. did I say I'm dog sitting my mom's dog because she's out of town? So that's why the dogs are a little crazy. Anyway, so yes, so all of those touches can be showing up in the same room somewhere and just saying, hey, I don't know about you guys, but often if I went to a couple of different networking meetings this week, speaking of the speaking, networking, and referrals. The networking, I went to two networking meetings this week so far, have my own tomorrow. And my first thing to do is, who do I already know in this room? Send them a message. It's great to see you. It's been way too long. How have you been? Whatever it might be. Make that connection, because in a networking environment, you may or may not have a chance to actually talk to them. So, and I'm speaking obviously related to online networking. In person, oh my gosh, we have to catch up. I'll be right back. Or, whatever you can do to make a touch. It doesn't have to be, let me tell you all about this thing that I have to sell. It can just be, let's stay connected and build that bond. So that is why building community helps you with your sales, because the connections that you foster are long lasting and impactful. The second point that I have for you is, who can you include? So, okay, let me back up. When I say build your community, obviously that can be just your network, the people that you're connected to. But as the founder of the Gather community, I will say that having a formal community, a client group, or a group of people that are defined in a place, whether that is out there in the world and you have, mixers or meetings or whatever, or if you're online, for me, my community is not only the people that I'm communicating with via email, but also mostly my Facebook group, my private dedicated Facebook group to the Gather community. And so that's really my biggest example of what I'm about to say. When you are looking to build your community, who are the different people you want to include? Now, I know when we talk about, for PWN, we talk a lot about what different types of businesses do we want to have represented? Who do we want to be able to find their power partners, their collaboration partners, et cetera, specific to the business and the work that they do? Now, as a coach, that tends to be pretty open-ended, right? I can work and collaborate with a lot of people, and especially as the community leader, because I'm looking to highlight people from all kinds of businesses. So I don't really have a lot of that whole power partner thing. But what I do have is a need to grow the message distribution to reach new people in all walks of the general definition of who our members are, which is women, leaders, and entrepreneurs. So from that philosophy standpoint, who can you include when you're creating a community? So let's use a Facebook group as an example, and maybe it's not on Facebook, maybe it's somewhere else. We're going to talk about that in a minute too. But if you were to say, I want to bring my community together, you're going to start with, of course, the current clients that you have, right? If you have 30 clients that you work with and you want them to not only get to know you better, but to maybe know each other and just feel connected and that have that kind of bond across the board, then you're going to start with those clients, bring them together. The people who really resonate with this kind of structure are people like the Mary Kay ladies is a really good example, right? Client group. Everyone has a Mary Kay lady, right? We all do. She's got a client group, right? Yeah. She has a client group on Facebook, my Mary Kay VIP, whatever, blah, blah, right? So it starts with the clients. But then who do we want to add after that? Because that's the easy one, right? All of these clients that we're serving, we want to be able to give them messages. We want to be able to tell them what's going on, what's the latest and greatest. We want them to be connected to each other because they're all having similar experiences and therefore they can feed off each other. But who's next? Who's after clients? And you can chime in. This is an interactive part.
We want to be creating that pipeline of new people.
Right. So potential clients would be the next next group, right? You want those potential clients to not only hear about the latest things and what's going on, like I said, with the clients, but you want them to connect to the clients because those clients are happy in working with you, and the potential clients like need that influence also. Your client says, oh my gosh, this was such a great day. I had such a great time. Guess what happened to me? Celebrate, celebrate, celebrate. And the potential client's going, wow, that's amazing. I want that for me. I should say yes. So your clients with your potential clients all in the same space is a huge benefit to your business growth, because those potential clients are going to become clients sooner with you having to do less because your current clients are doing some of it. Who do you think could be another category of people? There's 2 more categories that I'll include.
This might not be your category, but I always think about people who are learners who might already have a coach, whatever person that they're working with, but they're always learning. And so they find you and you become sort of this extra bonus in their world.
Yeah.
Which might lead to a business relationship.
Yeah. I mean, that could still be in that kind of potential client space. But one of the things that person could also would be someone who is, a networker who has connections, right? So a connector. They come to you because they like going to people and finding out about all these different people, and they probably are sharing that with their friends as well. So people who are networkers, people who like to talk about the things they have going on, and will hopefully bring people who become then potential clients for you into that group. Yeah. So clients, potential clients, people with networks who like to connect other people. And those could be even called, for lack of a better term, like influencers, people with influence. They have maybe a community of their own. They have other circles that they're a part of, and they like to mix and match and cross over all their circles. That's great. I'm trying to think of what the 4th one is. And that was actually the 4th one. So what was the 3rd one? I kind of got myself stuck. Clients, potential clients. I can't even remember the word for the 4th one because we jumped, but that's okay, because Carrie, go ahead.
Learners.
Well, that's what Jody was saying. Learners, people who like to learn and connect and all that. Yeah.
I would say your power partners.
That's what I was going to say.
For me, Julie would be a great person to be bringing in because she can help, someone we would naturally refer business to, other CPAs, a charter, financial advisors. My power partners, I would want to bring into my network as well.
Yeah. So people who really love to refer you, even if, I know what it was. It's fans. That's the word I'm looking for. So
well, they're my fans. My power partners are my fans.
Yeah. Well, that's the point, is that they love what you're doing. You may or may not be working together, but they are out there ready to share your amazingness, to sing your praises to others. So they're your fans. Maybe it's friends and family and fans even, right? Groupies. I love that, Julie. Absolutely. The people who, again, may not be clients, or even maybe even potential clients. Like some of us, there's just people out there who are not going to work with what we do. Like maybe we're just too closely aligned, or they just, have their situation, anything can change, but they have their situation set up and they're not looking, and they don't plan on looking for what you do, but they like you. They like what you do and you're aligned. And so they're going to be out there sharing what you're doing with their circles and inviting their circles to come and join in. So yeah, clients, potential clients, friends and fans, and influencers are the 4 categories you want to look at. So before we go any further, and I know we don't have too much longer, I want you to write down right now 5 names of people who, if you were to create a client group or a community around these 4 areas, who are you going to invite? Who's your favorite client who's going to sing your praises? Who's that potential client that you really want to connect with that client so that potential client starts to say yes sooner? who is a fan who's just going to sing your praises regardless of what's going on, and who has their community of their own that they could share you with. Everyone's working diligently. That's great. Okay, I'm going to keep going because of time. The third point is, where will your community live? Quote, live. And how will you facilitate it? So for example, I already mentioned that the bulk of my community is in my Facebook group. They're not all there. I have more people on my email list. That is also a community, right? They get information, though it's not really a two-way street, although I do get replies. And that's always lovely to know that people are not only getting your emails, but reading them and actually want to talk to you about it. So that's always fun. It's not super common. The Facebook group has a lot more interaction. But those aren't the only options. Of course, here in PWN, we use an application called Wild Apricot that has community aspect as well. We don't really use it for that because Facebook exists and we're kind of in all the places. But there's value to other apps that have that opportunity for interactivity and connection and information exchange. Other applications that are out there in the world that people use are things like Mighty Networks or Circle or Google Groups or LinkedIn Groups or whatever, all of these different things. Personally, I continue to stay on Facebook, for better or worse, because that's where my people are. And it's a lot easier to talk to people where they already are than to get them to come somewhere else with you and try to talk to them over there. They're just not gonna come. We're all busy. So the question for you is, where are your people? Where can you talk to them? Where can they hear from you and understand what you have to offer? The other place where I connect with my community is here on Zoom. People talk about Zoom fatigue and all that. I mean, okay, whatever. I literally am on Zoom probably 20 hours a week because I get to talk to people. I get to see you face to face. I get to give you my breath and my energy and my crazy talking hands. And you get to understand who I am because of it. That doesn't happen through email. That email we need. I'm not negating that, but it's different, right? The interactivity and the energy that you bring in a group, in a live interactive opportunity, they cannot be matched. If you're in person, also great, right? In person's great. We know we love in person. I didn't have to get out of my pajama pants today. So online is amazing. And so you get to decide for your business, where is your community? Do you have events once a week, once a month? Do you do them online? Do you do them in person? Consistency and opportunity are the things that you want to give your community. Consistency and opportunity to connect with you and with each other. Any other thoughts on where your community could live?
There's school, SKO.
School, yeah. I mean, there's a ton of apps. School is one that's definitely kind of risen recently in the ranks as well. And there's lots of, especially educational ones. If you're looking to be a teacher and instructor, you know, there's so many different things. My online business manager, she knows all of them. And when I went to figure out what I wanted, where I wanted to house all of my stuff, we talked about, what am I trying to do? I'm going to have a membership. I'm going to have classes. I'm going to have this and that. And I don't want to pay, 8 times what I have to if I can pay 1 time. And so we chose what I have, which is an application called Kartra. It houses all of my stuff, my CRM, my websites, my, transactions, everything. And that's what works for me. Other people do other things. And
hey, happy Tuesday, everybody. Shunk.
Oh. Other people do other things, and it's all about what it is that you need for what you're trying to build for your business. Krista.
I would say conferences. A lot of times different conferences. Like if I go to a financial planning conference, I can meet a lot of people that can be part of my network, accounting, or even QuickBooks, CPA, a lot of different conferences. Other people are going to learn about it, and you can find a lot of people that are your people there.
And you can even leverage attending a conference like that and create your own event. That's what we do with Polkadot. We have a mixer separately from the Polkadot annual celebration that is our opportunity to bring our community together and to grow our community. Katerina and I tag team on that, and it's super fun. So yeah, if you go to a big conference that you're not putting on, you can still build your community and interact with your personal community, your potential clients, friends and fans and influencers, to like, everyone who's here, let's also have lunch together, or let's go, meet up an hour before and connect, or something like that. It'd be great. Any other thoughts on that before I get to the last thing? Because we're almost out of time. Okay. Last point is to come up with a short strategic plan to get you started on building your community today. So I already asked you to write down some names. Have you thought about what location, like what do all those people have in common? Are they all on Facebook? Are they all on LinkedIn? Do you see them on Zoom every now and then? Or do they all live near you? You get to decide how to tie them all together, and all the rest of the clients, potential clients, friends and fans and influencers that are connected to them, so that you can put them together in a group, physical, virtual, whatever works for you. Decide where they're going to be, when you want to get them together, and go tell them, hey, let's get together. It doesn't have to be complicated. It's not a sales pitch. You're not doing a webinar. You want to connect them so they can talk to each other, learn from just being connected. So when those relationships start to solidify and your ability to foster that within them grows, they are going to be grateful to you. They're going to talk about you. More people are going to want to come. And all of those people, anyone who's in there, could be potential clients now, next month, next year, 5 years from now. You never know. So when you build your community, the relationships you're building will increase your sales as you go down your sales journey with each one of them. Do we have any questions? Because that's what I have for you today.
Tracie, so
Yeah.
my thought that I thought about in terms of kind of attracting people to you so that they're coming to you because of what you're putting out, whether it's video, blog, book.
Yes. So you have all of your marketing and all of your ways of disseminating information, right? You've got video, you've got a book, you're talking about it, you're speaking, you're sending emails, you've got a website, you're in different groups of other groups talking about the group that you're creating. Absolutely.
Yeah. So you kind of get an idea of like who is attracted to you as well, because they want to engage with your content.
Yeah. I mean, so for me, what I do is I'll go to a networking group, or it's like today. I mean, I already know all of you. So if I didn't know all of you, if there were 3 new people here, I would afterwards friend them and connect with them on Facebook and LinkedIn. I would send them messages. I would invite them to the Gather community group, and I would ask them if they want to come to our Business Connect this tomorrow, or the summit this next week, or my next workshop. Depending, it all depends. My workshop was yesterday, so the next workshop's kind of out there. So that wouldn't be my first invite because it's too far away. But create an opportunity for them to be together and with you, whether that is somewhere that you're going or somewhere that you are hosting. Make a little, hey, we're going to do a Connect event. Tuesday, for example, in the Gather community is game night. It's something that's just like, get on Zoom and let's like make sure everyone knows each other and what's the latest and who's got grandkid on the way or whatever they're all talking about. And then we play bingo or categories or whatever. We just hang, because it's the personal relationships in that particular event that I'm trying to foster. We have a Business Connect that's tomorrow. That is the businessy part of it, right? So it all depends on who you're talking about and what you want to, what kind of engagement you want to grow. Is it personal? Is it professional? Is it learning? Or is it just connecting?
So Tracy, I love what you had to say today. You know,
Okay.
often when I speak to women, they're talking about, so let's just give it up for Tracy. Like, yeah. So
Thanks, everyone.
so often sales can be like or sale can be like a 4-letter word. And so what you're doing is you're putting the people back into it,
Right.
building the community so that it's not just a one and done kind of situation.
Right.
So
Well, and I've got a whole different, like, this is about building community for sales. You want to
Yeah.
talk about sales process and those techniques, that's a whole different talk.
Yeah.
And I could do that next time.
Yeah. Awesome. Next time we'll have you come. Yeah.
Sounds great. Anytime.
Awesome. Thank you. And so I just want to say how blessed we are to be here today, with each other. I just so adore spending time with you ladies. And so just wanted to say, go forth, do fantastic things. And what is the thing that I wanted to share? That network is our net worth. So go forth, enjoy, and I look forward to connecting with you ladies. Blessings. Be well.
Thanks, everyone. Great seeing you.
Tracy.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.